Church of the Customer is about companies and how they can embrace their most passionate customers. So it's people who read the blog, hopefully, or people who worship in the church of their customers.
Maybe you can talk a little bit about your keynote presentation. A lot of your advice was first about just listening.
Online, you've got the text in the blog. Certainly you can listen that way. But they pay a lot of money for ethnographers to go into people's homes and look how they're using the product. And you should still do that, perhaps, but wow, cheap and easy way would also be to look on Flickr and to type your product name and see how are people using it in their house. And then also on those pictures, you can see comments and see what are people saying about what's in that picture. So in terms of consumer insights, as they call their groups, they should definitely be adding this to their portfolio, is looking online to see how people are using their product.
And the other very current thing you spent a lot of time talking about was snakes on a plane. I thought I knew the snakes on a plane story. I didn't realize that they had gone back and reshot it.
Yeah.
What do you think has generated all this interest?
I do think it's the power of a meme. I mean, you see lots of memes going on online, and if your product's involved in a meme, wow, that is pretty amazing. So, as I said, the fact that a movie title would be surprisingly called Snakes on a Plane, it's surprising. It sticks. It's something that spreads. And so the movie makers were smart enough to do that, and that was the base, I think, of what happened. The brilliant part of the story, I do think, is them listening and changing the movie. Because you do not see that a lot in the way that they have focus groups for movies, and maybe they'll tweak an ending. This was very different from that. They didn't sue the folks, they listened to them, and they changed the product. Involving people in the development, and especially the marketing of it. If you see that there's a base of evangelistic people, embrace them and give them what they need to keep talking about the movie.
How much planning do you think the Snakes on a Plane people put into? I mean, do you think they built something that they were expecting to go viral, or do you think this really is completely an organic thing?
I think it's completely organic. And I think had we had the amount of blogs that we have now, maybe Blair Witch would never have happened, because somebody who knew someone would have said, this is a hoax. Mm-hmm. You know how you can sniff out when there's something underhanded going on? I don't think so at all. I think it was just a brilliant choice of a director to keep that meme of a movie title. And I think that's what sparks it all. Yeah, I mean, back when Harry Potter came out, the Warner Brothers actually sued the fan sites. And the fans were so pissed off that they actually they boycotted all kinds of merchandise, and it was in the major media that they were treating their fans badly. Those two approaches, I think, are completely different.